Hey guys. RTQ here with another Rising World video using TTS. As noted in the previous video, today I wanted to make a video talking about why I admire Rising World, if in a very brief manner. I also want to further touch up upon the topic of the API system relating to modding and plugins. First off, I want to talk about the beauty of Rising World and why I'm obsessed with it in various manners. First off, half of it is to deal with my mood. How I've been bullied by both students and teachers as a young kid until recently using games as escapism. I admire Rising World thanks to how abusive my native city of Ottawa, in Canada, had been to me, forcing me to hid in various games, to get fat, and to constantly vent and ramble how much I hate Ottawa. I was constantly denied as a kid from reading Thomas the Tank Engine book, had my toys stolen from me, Transformers and Power Rangers toys, and even constantly devalued as a human being. I had a few brief moments of positivity when showing my pride of Sega Genesis, original Game Boy, and even N64 days. Heck, even the original Nintendo with Super Mario 3, Ninja Turtles, and such, staying up with my dad since 6 AM in the morning. The bullying and constant harassment from people eventually had my next door neighbor friend, at the time, gift me pirated copies of Black and White, allowing you to see your resources stored openly. You could train your animal follower to be good or evil, to which it learned I was a resource hog. It would help where I desired. Sadly, the tiger and myself both struggled to keep up with supply and demand. We were that kind as gods. That admiration in Black and White game later led to being open in Minecraft, before Notch was villainized by a politically corrupted corporation, and to which you could also see and do whatever you desired. Having admired Black and White, admired the tiger follower pet, Minecraft fit everything I admired. Same with Star Wars Galaxies, a Star Wars massive multiplayer game, before it was pulled. Simply seeing resources pool up and be redistributed was satisfying. Seeing others help you and build is also satisfying, turning you into an architect. It may not be perfect, it however was awesome. Flying around in Star Wars Galaxies, building and hoarding in Minecraft, while desiring proper NPCs in this vast open worlds. Rising World does most of this when relating to resources and open worldness. People compare Rising World to Minecraft and vice versa. It however is so much more, especially more so when noted what's on the roadmap. What was noted in Java version hits similar notes to Black and White and even Star Wars Galaxies. I just love resource gathering, I love building. Boats were one thing in Minecraft versus Rising World, trains is another. Minecraft has Traincraft, one of the best train experiences I've ever had. A tiny bit with Train Sim World from Dovetail Games. That game was too much for my PC and too many cut corners. Hamilton DLC was one of my favorite pride and joy moments, having been there weeks and months prior to visit HMCS Haida. Red 51 listened to me loud and clear on boats. I love him for that. As for trains, I can't wait to build with trains. Every train game has failed me as they do something needlessly complex, or failed to capture the magic and charm of trains. Heck, even Derail Valley punishes you with over-realism, to which I do admire it. I'm depressed I have to be punished while playing a game. I'm waiting on Red 51 to implement trains so I can finally have my train game. Rising World shall fill in my boat and train void, and it's even open to modding. The beauty of it. Even the thought of importing your images via posters, writing detailed stuff on signs. This game is a thing of beauty. Complex, realistic. Before jumping onto NPCs, I want to note I admire the way Red 51 has designed Rising World to be realistic and overly detailed. We have proper farming, we have fishing, at least in Java, and eventually in Unity version, we have proper mounts with proper storage, and even boats with proper storage. It took Minecraft longer than it should have to implement cargo boats. I harassed Mojang for months. Years. They refused, yet Red 51 listened to me. Red 51 listened to me about item pickup notifications, seeing what ores you would obtain. We have our moments where I'm a stupid turd doing stupid things on the forums, even scaring Wave Sharper in the progress. Red 51's music guide for Rising World. Look, I'm under a lot of stress, constantly getting sick every other week. or month while dealing with people who are naive, or compensating for something. Even work-related, trying to get my goals achieved. I'm under a lot of stress, especially when other games get censored for political reasons, especially when released from Asian into the Western market, or not at all. Red 51 listens to my feedback and concerns, sadly a bit too much, seeing my broken side constantly. My depression and anxiety. I'm not perfect, I'm no saint. I use games as my escapism while constantly getting pricked and prodded by the stupidest of things, especially Western political idiocies. I simply want to escape in Rising World with how complex, open world, and free it is. I want to build, I want to play with whatever Red 51 has planned for the game, and then some more on top of that. I love Red 51's fishing, I love boating, with storage, wink wink. I love how mounts don't randomly wander off. Everything about Rising World is awesome. If it wasn't constantly held back by setbacks and conversion onto a new engine, people would be modding the game even further. It would be so much further, and people wouldn't need me to explain why Rising World is so awesome. Sadly, we even have people who are afraid of moose mounts, riding on a moose, and even the topic of zombies, especially when Red 51 plans to mods hosted on Mod.io. Rising World is a beast of a game, doing what others are afraid in doing. Sure, he himself is afraid at times to anger his community. It does have its charms. Sadly, this leaves you up for censorship. Red 51 hated when I vented about Gma for him, about anything political, and anything else that related to his game. He admires how vocal I am. He sadly has to purge everything I have to say. I vaguely know why. It's German related, and other reasons. I'm still trying to figure this out fully. I digress. Before moving on, and I know I'm jumping a lot, I have to even note how I admire Red 51's quality of life tweaks to the furnace. You manually place ores into the furnace, to which you allow it to burn. After a while you would have to take it manually. A user complained, to which it's now given the option of doing either. You either take them out manually, or you hold F key to pull them out at once. Red 51 listens, hence why I admire him. That's what makes him awesome. As there are two sides of the coin, I have to sadly note every time I get harmed is because of Western German point of views. I'm a Canadian playing a European game from Germany. People's points of views are German, and I get harmed by that. It's easy to attract faux political nonsense, causing me to vent. I've been even burned on the moose mount topic with how people don't know how to have fun, as shown in Nier Automata allowing you to ride moose. There is a catch. You have to use something to ride them, or be quick. I again digress, as to why I also admire Rising World relates to its future potentials. To those that have played Skyrim, Dragon's Dogma, or even seen NPC statues in Tower Unite shall know why I admire NPCs in these sorts of games. They're there, they help you, and they help fill in voids while allowing you to have fun. Red 51 attempted to fill in the NPC void by adding NPC dummies into Rising World, and it was successful. I sadly need more. I'm from the anime community. I need actual roaming customizable NPCs to the point where they help you, can be customized, and be a part of your world, as their presence helps shield you from the void of the world. To those that played those three games, Skyrim, Dragon's Dogma, or Starbound, shall know where I'm coming from. Every RPG game that allow you to play with companions is where I'm getting at. Or going back to Minecraft again, as with Little Maid's mod, and the mining turtle has helped insanely to speed things along to where I had both Minecraft and Rising World people vent at me, with poison in their words, at how much of an idiot I am for building roads, borrowing them for help, and other stuff. I'm not allowed to interact with people, I can't ask people for help, and I'm allegedly an evil villain when it comes to requesting aid from people. Hence why I favor NPCs, especially the Little Maid's mod, more specifically the mining turtle from Minecraft's Redstone Power mod, or similar. It was best used in the FTB, Feed the Beast, mod packs. I'm sad I have to constantly pester Red 51 about NPC companions when he's overwhelmed. I however can't wait for the time when I can play with NPCs. I need help on the farming, mining, terraforming part, while also desiring NPCs to be as close to you as they are in RPG games. I hope we can customize them as we can with Illusion Studio made games from Artificial Girl, Artificial Academy 1 and 2, Heramate, AI Xiaozhou, among others. I'm spoiled by Asian games, even Skyrim modding, desiring to see the same hopes and dreams in Rising World. Look. If people are aware of what farming in another world anime is all about, shall know where I'm coming from. We want to be surrounded by properly positive human company that admires us while doing what is needed in life. Rising World has even opened itself up with a roadmap, API, and modding stuff in the Java version, to which it has shown we can eventually mod the Unity version, eventually the main game, to contain everything Skyrim and Illusion Studio made games were given. Various clothing, weapons, and objects from other games can be eventually imported into your Rising World game, world, etc. You can have your Bizarre Shinki, a series by Konami Japan, now done by Kotobukiya, to Halo, and everything outside and in between that. If you want the Halo Pelican, you can have that. If you can code it to fly, you can do that as well. Rising World is my everything game, something Minecraft was before it. People hate the visuals of the blocks in Minecraft, hence why Rising World is so much better on a Skyrim level. I can't wait to see my Bizarre Shinki girls flying around. I can't wait to see my neglected Canadian vessels in Rising World, at least in a statue or static manner. From what I've seen from the example plugins in Java, Rising World is whatever you make of it. You can implement whatever you want, hence why I even pestered Red51 to eventually connect with Pixiv Booth, with Vroids, among other assets. It would help his game tenfold, even if it would lag the worlds. Red51 is afraid of upsetting his community, of making games laggy, and with fears of copyright stuff relating to GMA. I hope he pushes forward to at least have Rising World reach its full potential. I see it, I hope he does as well. I genuinely hope I can stay long enough to see Rising World reach various targets and goals. To see the game completed. To see my Bizarre Shinki stuff in game, and to inject my world with anime goodness via modding. To whomever stayed this long to the end of the video, I respect too. You're awesome. Sorry for the long-windedness, these things however had to be said. I admire Rising World for hitting on past notes while pushing towards the future. I can't wait to see the API, to play with trains, and other fun features. I wish Red51, Waver's Harp, and others the best. I however fear I am constantly hitting sour notes with my constant depression and anxiety. I love Rising World, I love I can express myself in it. It's a great game, it can also be so much more with each update. Thanks for viewing this video. I'm aware it won't age well, I'll however upload this to show my admiration to the game. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in future Rising World amusements. I'm ArcTQ using TTS, and this was a Rising World video.